Nah, that's neither here nor there. Peace out to that brother. Shouts out to him.
I'm instigate, man.
Now, I came on here the other day and I told you that brother Yasha was not talking about the same type of myth that you were talking about. And that brother is right and exact when he was saying what he was saying, because I was telling you that he still believes in all of that stuff that you guys believe in. What he did was he said, people like me who are atheists, we look at it as a myth. But when they say myth, they don't mean fake. And this is what he was trying to break down. He was telling you that there were two definitions of the word myth. You see what I'm saying? And this is what he was trying to break down to you guys. And I think that you in particular, JJ, I think that you understood that, but you didn't want to hear that. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's very unfortunate. I think
watch this. Watch this real quick. No, I understand how Saneter platform works. Now, I'm going to say this for about the 18th time today. On Saneter, his audience, right? When he say, we know Kemet ain't real. We know it's a myth, and I forget the other word he used. That's the narrative he used. I told you, you got to be careful of the words you use over there, because that audience, they're not going to go with Terry's definition.
So what?
They're going to go with the second. They're going to go with the second definition of myth. Remember the second definition I pulled up?
But you have to understand
a false idea or belief, right?
Okay. Okay.
So let's leave it alone, man. We over that, man. We over it now.
Yeah, I'm glad we segued back to the information. Peace to you guys, by the way, first and foremost.
What's up, the Q?
Peace. So now I came up.
Like Jesus told me to ask you, is you okay? You still looking your wounds? That's what he told me to ask you. He ain't seen you since.
Yeah, and it's weird that he would say that from the ICU ward. Why would he be asking me about my wounds when he's in the ICU after what I did to him? But nah, that's neither here nor there. Peace out to that brother. Shouts out to him.
I'm instigate, man.
Nah, I came over here the other day and I told you that brother Yasha was not talking about the same type of myth that you were talking about. And that brother is right and exact when he was saying what he was saying, because I was telling you that he still believes in all of that stuff that you guys believe in. What he did was he said, people like me who are atheists, we look at it as a myth. But when they say myth, they don't mean fake. And this is what he was trying to break down. He was telling you that there were two definitions of the word myth. You see what I'm saying? And this is what he was trying to break down to you guys. And I think that you in particular, JJ, I think that you understood that, but you didn't want to hear that. You said,
wow. He said that it's clear that outside the cube, which is an atheist, he's trying to say that the atheist is trying to twist things up. But it's clear that the atheist understood that I was explaining that the word myth had two definitions. JJ keep trying to say what the atheist is going to do, but it doesn't matter what the atheist is going to do. What's clear is J.J.7000 do not respect what I have to say. If I am talking to an atheist, okay, and the atheist understand exactly what I'm saying, who in the fuck is JJ to sit up there and lie on the atheist and say which move the atheist is going to make? You know what I'm saying? When the atheists have not made this move. The only person that have made this move was JJ. JJ became a harbinger against Yasha. And he's trying to, basically, this motherfucker that threw a motherfucking rock and hit his hand. You know what I'm saying? That's what he did.
I'm saying, and I think that's very unfortunate.
Watch this real quick. No, I understand how Saneter platform works. Now, I'm going to say this for about the 18th time today. On Saneter, his audience, right? When he say, we know Kemet ain't real. We know it's a myth, and I forget the other word he used. that's the narrative you use. I told you, you got to be careful of the words you use over there because that audience, they're not going to go with Terry's definition.
So what?
They're going to go with the second. They're going to go with the second definition.
So
of Remember the second definition I pulled up?
But you have to understand
a false idea or belief, right?
Okay. Okay.
So let's leave it alone, man. We over that, man. We over that. Now, how about this?
How about this? This nigga deflecting. Because he know he's wrong. He know he's dead wrong. He knows the Q about to get in his ass. You know what I'm saying? So he wants to deflect and now change to something else. First, let's get back from the pot. Let's go back to the information. Then they go to the information, and my man Q really finna start applying the pressure on this nigga. You know what I'm saying? He knows it. You know what I'm saying? And what he's trying to do is deflect. You know what I'm saying? Basically, he trying to put his hand, he trying to guard his face, knowing the Q getting ready to pound him in it.
Are angels just men? So we passed that part. We passed the mid part. Hold on. So let's answer this. Was he right on that? Are angels just men?
Hold on. I want to put a bow on it. Listen, since you want to be done with it, so let me put a bow on it.
I got that, bro.
Would you say that Yasha was correct in the way that he was using it? Never mind the audience. And I'll say this, I'll preface it by saying this. When I use the word theory and I'm talking about science, I'm not talking about something that's made up. I'm talking about something that is factually have been proven. So I can care less about the platform I'm on. If they're not intelligent enough to understand the way I'm narrating and the things that I'm saying, that's on them. So would you be honest enough to say that the way that he was using it, never mind the platform, never mind the people, would you be honest enough to say that he used it correctly within the context of the things that he was talking about?
97%, because when he went to the part, he said it was a myth up until writing started with Moses. And then I'm kind of like, well, we had writing before Moses. But he don't subscribe to the Book of Enoch, so he limits himself to some information.
Brother, the fucking Book of Enoch was written, brother, in the 2nd century fucking BC, brother. Writing was already well established by the time the Book of Enoch came. Brother, what the fuck is you talking about? You gets up here, you pushing false-ass information, you pushing a false-ass narrative, and what it really is all hate, brother. You masking your hate behind this bullshit, brother. You got hatred towards Yasha because your hatred is rooted in jealousy and envy because you wish your bitch ass was on motherfucking Saneter show, brother. I mean, it's a fact, people. Y'all gotta understand, man. This man have sat up there. I mean, that girl Tia, that white girl he was dating, she sat up there and clearly said that after this nigga be watching Saneter show, he gets so turned on that he wants to go and have fucking sex right after the debate. The debate is a fucking aphrodisiac to the nigga. The nigga is obsessed with Saneter TV. The nigga is obsessed with Saneter studio. The nigga's obsessed with Saneter. The nigga's obsessed with Nepal. And he hate the fact that I'm over there without him because he felt he felt like he's not getting fed. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not at the fucking table. But he shouldn't have threw up on the fucking table. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how that goes, nigga. You blew your fucking turn over there, nigga. You don't know how to act. You don't know how to respect people. And you don't know how to preach God's word, nigga. You the biggest fucking deceiver out of the whole fucking cap, nigga. All the atheists say you are fucking wrong, JJ.
I don't subscribe to any of it. Am I limited in information?
Well, yeah, you don't subscribe to them. You are limited. Yes. Yes, you are. But do you see what I'm saying?
Well, at least I got you to agree 97% with what the brother was saying because I think he was right and exact in the way that he used it. You see what I'm saying?
He don't look at it as me really just kind of like, because he critiqued me. You see? We've been doing this for years. Right, behind the scenes.
Yes, JJ. What the problem is that is that when I critique you and I tell you what my insight, you either trust it or you don't. When you don't, I fall back, nigga, and I let you go ahead and do your thing. I remember you once said to me that shit. If you want me to say it like that, why don't you get in here and debate the motherfucker? Okay, if you wanted me to say it like that, then why don't you get in there and debate the motherfucker? You're not going to get in there and debate the motherfucker because you borrowed off my man's show. And that's what the problem at. Because you borrowed off my man's show, you can't go back on the motherfucking show, brother. You can't go on there and debate nobody, brother. Okay? That's the problem. That's the problem right there. You want to be in a place where you can't fucking be. You know what I'm saying? You have not been put out of better places, nigga. That's the problem.
Right. So I was just telling him to watch out how you word things, bro. I've been on there enough.
He doesn't have to, brother. That's the whole point. If he's making it plain, like me, when I say a theory, I'm talking about a scientific theory. I don't have to watch the way that I'm wording things because this is the way how I talk. Once I explain it that I'm talking about a scientific theory, not a made up something, not a guess, then you can't put me in a box to talk about, this is something that was made up. No, I've made it clear abundantly of what I'm talking about. So he doesn't have to watch the way he speaks. Respectfully.
You got your. I deal with him every day. You deal with him every once in a while. He can either listen to you or he can listen to me. That's just what it is. I put my opinion in it. And that's all it was.
It was not just your opinion. It was not just your opinion, JJ. You broke our whole friendship up behind this shit, brother. You broke our whole friendship up because I keep telling you, brother, that I see through your bullshit. I see through, it ain't got nothing to do with none of this. It's all hatred and jealousy for me being on that fucking show, bro. That's what it is, nigga.
What you're trying to do is look out for the Black Hebrew Israelites, and I get that. You see what I'm saying?
But that's a Southern Poverty League. When you say Black BHI, that's something we just Israelites.
Okay. Well, let me say. Would you want me to say fake Black Hebrew Israelites, which I normally say? Or you just? I'm just playing. Okay, I apologize. You just prefer Israelites, right?
What ethnicity do you just subscribe to? Meaning, what's your race? Race of people that you come from?
I would be considered an African American.
Dumb nigga.
There ain't no such thing.
Yeah, I'm glad we segued back to the information. Peace to you guys, by the way, first and foremost.
What's up outside the queue?
Peace. So now I came on.
Like Jesus told me to ask you, is you okay? You still licking your wounds. That's what he told me to ask you. He ain't seen you since
Yeah, and it's weird that he would say that from the ICU ward. Why would he be asking me about my wounds when he's in the ICU after what I did to him? But that's neither here nor there. Peace out to that brother. Shouts out to him.
I'm investigating, man.
I came on here the other day and I told you that brother Yasha was not talking about the same type of myth that you were talking about. And that brother is right in exactly what he was saying, because I was telling you that he still believes in all of that stuff that you guys believe in. What he did was he said, people like me who are atheists, we look at it as a myth. But when they say myth, they don't mean fake. And this is what he was trying to break down. He was telling you that there were two definitions of the word myth. You see what I'm saying? And this is what he was trying to break down to you guys. And I think that you in particular, JJ, I think that you understood that, but you didn't want to hear that. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's very unfortunate.
Watch this real quick. No, I understand how Saneter platform works. Now, I'm going to say this for about the 18th time today. On Saneter, his audience, right? When he say, we know Kemet ain't real. We know it's a myth. And I forget the other word he used. That's the narrative he used. And I told you, you got to be careful of the words you use over there, because that audience, they not going to go with Terry's definition.
So what?
They're going to go with the second. They're going to go with the second definition of myth. Remember the second definition I pulled up?
But you have to understand.
A false idea or belief. Right?
Okay. Okay.
So let's leave it alone, man. We over that, man. We over that. Now, how about this? Are angels just men? So we passed that part. We passed the mid part. Hold on. So answer this. Was he right on that? Are angels just men?
Hold on. Let me. I want to put a bow on it. Listen, since you want to be done with it, so let me put a bow on it.
I got that.
Would you say that Yasha was correct in the way that he was using it? Never mind the audience. And I'll say this. I'll preface it by saying this. When I use the word theory and I'm talking about science, I'm not talking about something that's made up. I'm talking about something that is factually have been proven. So I can care less about the platform I'm on. If they're not intelligent enough to understand the way I'm narrating and the things that I'm saying, that's on them. So would you be honest enough to say that the way that he was using it, never mind the platform, never mind the people, would you be honest enough to say that he used it correctly within the context of the things that he was talking about?
97%, because when he went to the part and he said it was a myth up until writing started with Moses. And then I'm kind of like, well, we had writing before Moses. But he don't subscribe to the Book of Enoch, so he limits himself to some information.
Bullshit.
I don't subscribe.
Bullshit, people. Watch this.
Second century BCE. According to Yale University Library Research Guides, the Book of Enoch, written during the 2nd century BCE, is one of the most important non-canonical pseudepigraphical works. Its only complete extant version is an Ethiopic translation of a Greek translation made in Palestine from the original Hebrew or Aramaic.
Now you see this, people. This is one of the most important non-canonical pseudepigrapho, non-canonical pseudepigrapho, written during the 2nd century BCE.
According to Encyclopedia Britannica, in short, Moses was probably born in the late 14th century BCE. According to Wikipedia, the conventional date of 1050 BC for the emergence of the Phoenician script was chosen because there is a gap in the epigraphic record. There are not actually any Phoenician inscriptions securely dated to the 11th century. The oldest inscriptions are dated to the 10th century.
The 10th century? Dude, there's a long gap between the 1500, the 10th century, and the 2nd century, brother. If you was to accept 2nd century writing, brother, the 2nd century is more closer to our time, brother, than it is Moses's, brother.
According to Omniglot, the Phoenician alphabet developed from the Proto-Canaanite alphabet during the 15th century BC.
15th century BC, brother. We talk about from the 10th to the 15th century BC, around the time writing and Moses came up on the scene, brother. You talking about some 800, roughly 1,000 years later, brother. The book of Enoch came after Adam. And if you think that the book of Enoch goes all the way back to the Enoch, then use the fool. You, J.J.7000, do not know what pseudepigrapho is, dude. The word pseudepigrapher basically means fake writings, brother. Fake. Pseudo.
That's all I'm saying. I want, we know how she get. She did that last night on Judah channel when, but that's just, that's his champion though. So, but let's just leave that alone. But let's talk about the information.
Yeah, I'm glad we segued back to the information. Peace to you guys, by the way, first and foremost.
What's up, the Q?
Peace. So now I came up.
Like Jesus told me to ask you, is you okay? You still looking your wounds? That's what he told me to ask you. He ain't seen you since.
Yeah, and it's weird that he would say that from the ICU ward. Why would he be asking me about my wounds when he's in the ICU after what I did to him? But nah, that's neither here nor there. Peace out to that brother. Shouts out to him.
I'm investigating, man.
Nah, I came on here the other day and I told you that brother Yasha was not talking about the same type of mess that you were talking about. And that brother is right in exactly he was saying what he was saying, because I was telling you that he still believes in all of that stuff that you guys believe in. What he did was he said, people like me who are atheists, we look at it as a myth. But when they say myth, they don't mean fake. And this is what he was trying to break down. He was telling you that there were two definitions of the word myth. You see what I'm saying? And this is what he was trying to break down to you guys. And I think that you in particular, JJ, I think that you understood that, but you didn't want to hear that. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's very unfortunate. I think
watch this. Watch this real quick. No, I understand how Saneter platform works. Now I'm gonna say this for about the 18th time today. On Saneter, his audience, right? When he say, we know Kemet ain't real. We know it's a myth, and I forget the other word he used. That's the narrative he used. And I told you, you got to be careful of the words you use over there, because that audience, they not going to go with Terry's definition.
So what?
They're going to go with the second. They're going to go with the second definition of myth. Remember the second definition I pulled up?
But you have to understand
a false idea or belief, right?
Okay. Okay.
So leave it alone, man. We over that, man. We over that. Now, how about this? Are angels just men? So we passed that part. We passed the big part. Hold on. So let's answer this. Was he right on that? Are angels just men?
Hold on. Let me. I want to put a bow on it. Listen, since you want to be done with it, so let me put a bow on it.
I got that.
Would you say that Yasha was correct in the way that he was using it? Never mind the audience. And I'll say this. I'll preface it by saying this. When I use the word theory and I'm talking about science, I'm not talking about something that's made up. I'm talking about something that is factually have been proven. So I can care less about the platform I'm on. If they're not intelligent enough to understand the way I'm narrating and the things that I'm saying, that's on them. So would you be honest enough to say that the way that he was using it, never mind the platform, never mind the people, would you be honest enough to say that he used it correctly within the context of the things that he was talking about?
97%, because when he went to the part and he said it was a myth up until writing started with Moses. And then I'm kind of like, well, we had writing before Moses. But he don't subscribe to the book of Enoch, so he limits himself to some information.
I don't subscribe to any of it. Am I limited in information?
I know what I'm saying. Well, yeah, you don't subscribe to them, you are limited. Yes, you are. But do you see what I'm saying?
Well, at least I got you to agree 97% with what the brother was saying, because I think he was right and exact in the way that he used it. You see what I'm saying?
He don't look at it as me really just kind of like, because he critique me. You see? We've been doing this for years. Right, behind the scenes. Right. Yeah, so I was just telling him to watch out how you word things, bro. I've been on there enough.
He doesn't have to, brother. That's the whole point. If he's making it plain, like me, when I say a theory, I'm talking about a scientific theory. I don't have to watch the way that I'm wording things, because this is the way how I talk. Once I explain it that I'm talking about a scientific theory, not a made up something, not a guess, then you can't put me in a box to talk about, this is something that was made up. No, I've made it clear abundantly of what I'm talking about. So he doesn't have to watch the way he speaks. Respectfully.
There it is, people. JJ, and people see through JJ. You know, he's trying to hide himself. He's trying to hide his embarrassment. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to hide it so hard that he would risk losing our friendship to hide his own embarrassment. And other than saying, I'm sorry, you understand? He would rather blow up and throw this whole friendship down the drain because he would rather hide his embarrassment that awkward feeling that he feels when he encounters me. He should be very, very embarrassed and very, very ashamed of himself. And I don't no longer want to be friends with him, and I no longer want to have any association with the Lions Den simply because of that. You know what I'm saying? Because if you could if you can devalue our friendship so much to have your ego, then you need to keep you supplanted our friendship for your ego. So it was me and you with Batman and Robin. You know what I'm saying? Now it's you and your ego, my brother. You know what I'm saying? You rather protect your ego than to protect your friend, my brother. In fact, you was the biggest nemesis against me. Not one atheist went against me, brother.
You got your. I deal with them every day. You don't. You deal with them every once in a while. He can either listen to you,
to do with nothing.
or he can listen to me. That's just what it is. I put my opinion in it, and that's all it was. I didn't,
what you're trying to do is look out for the Black Hebrew Israelites, and I get that. You see what I'm saying?
That's a.
He's not trying to look out for the Hebrew Israelites. I am trying to look out for the Hebrew Israelites because if I can get the Hebrew Israelites to up their intellect and understand that the word myth does not mean, for the most part, what he's trying to imply, then therefore they cannot use that word myth against them. They use the word over at the House of Consciousness, they use the word to insult. They use the word as a pejorative statement against the children of Israel, and it really, really hurts them. It hurts them bad. They don't like it. You understand what I'm saying? So if they would understand that the word myth does not mean, for the most part, what they're trying to say it means, and it means what you're saying for the most part, then they can never, ever, ever use that word against you again. Okay? They could never use it. Basically, what you're doing right now is JJ, is the atheist is saying, okay, Yasha, you called us. We can't use the word against you again. And JJ, what you're doing is saying, Yasha, you shouldn't have did that. Please, please, please use that word against us. Please use that word against us, atheists. Please use that word against us, Comedians. Please use it against us. Who are you, Yasha? How dare you to come to take our master's whooping stick away from us? That's what you're doing, JJ.
Southern Poverty League.
You know, people, all throughout the ordeal on this man's show, what he wants to do, you got to understand, this is his show. All right. And what he wants to do is constantly throw out there about what Saneter does on his television show, what Saneter does in his house. He is so concerned about trying to counter what somebody else is doing. He should be more concerned about the truth. And that's something that he is not concerned about. The man is far more concerned about how things appear than how things really is. When you put things on the table, I continuously say it, that it is JJ the one who is trying to fix and implant the idea of somebody twisting what I say. You know what I'm saying? And that's because he's the one that's busy doing the twisting. You know what I'm saying? When he saw me say that on Saneter's show, he said, wow, an idea popped up in his head, and I want to use that against him. There it is right there. I'm going to use it against him, and I'm going to turn all the Israelites against him. As you would notice, all throughout this ordeal, J.J.7000 constantly talk about how over on that platform, they will twist my words up. But as you will see, we will have Saneter telling you that he is not twisting my words up. And there's no evidence whatsoever that Saneter has twisted my words up. And even if he tried, that would be an insult to intelligence. Okay? And that would be a strike and a slap in the face to the audience. And it's a point. Actually, it's a whole round taken against Saneter to play that role. Saneter's a chess player. He knows this. And Saneter would submit to the truth than to be exposed in front of the world as dumb. J.J.7000 has a very difficult time understanding that whenever someone takes a man's words out of context, it is a reflection of ignorance and severe dumbness on the behalf or on the part or on the side of the person who took the orator's word out of context, J.J.7000. In other words, if I was to say something to you, okay, and you took what I said the wrong way, that reflects dumbness and ignorance like a mirror on your part, okay? The Bible says that God is a God of knowledge. That means that if God is the God of knowledge, that he is not the God of dumbness, okay? So if God is a God of knowledge and you're concerned with ignorance, in contrast to being concerned with knowledge, then that means that you are the satanic one. That means that you're more concerned with adversity. You're more concerned with dumbness, that which is adverse to God. Because if God is the God of knowledge, then that adversity to that would be the devil, the God of ignorance. Okay. And what JJ7000 is doing, he is trying to divert people's attention towards that of the ignorance. You know what I'm saying? He's not leading people to God. He's not leading people to knowledge. You understand what I'm saying? God is the God of knowledge. You should, as the man of God, it is your obligation to use knowledge, wisdom, and intelligence to lead the people back to God. This man is so wrapped up on ignorance. You know what I'm saying? He's so wrapped up on twisting people's words. You see, it is JJ7000 that is bent up on twisting my words. And when you go throughout that show, he done twisted my words up so bad to where every friend of his had conspired to use that tactic. Basically, he was like, this is a tactic to take Yasha down. Okay? But it's not going to work. It's not going to do anything but allow the Lord to bless me. And when he does, hey, I'm just going to say hallelujah. But I'm done with the lion's den because you don't do that to no friends, brother. And this is going to turn out to be a blessing in disguise. You Negroes ain't doing nothing but making me more popular and more popular and more popular, brother. All right, it's better that you stop because my goal is to expose your fuckery, JJ7000. That's some horrible, 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 horrible stuff that you did to me, man. That's horrible, brother. That I was your right hand man, buddy. So you say, and that's what you do to your right hand man. So you say, brother. You take him right on down, brother. So you try to. Brother, all you did was fuel my fire, brother, to catapult me straight to the moon. And all this does is just give me an opportunity to show my brightness. You understand what I'm saying? And the greatest aspect of this is that I am showing the world I'm teaching the world how to see through people's fuckery and to expose it right there on the spot. Even, I mean, when they think that they threw their rock and hid their hand, I am the one to go and show you, look, he got his hand behind his back. Everybody else's hands is normal. He got his hands behind his back. He the one who threw the rock.
The clip, I sent it to your other account. You got two accounts, right? So basically, he said the stories of Moses is a myth. So when you go on a platform like Saneter, they're going to take what you said and twist it.
We're going to see if that's true.
When you say myth, he was talking about. He was talking about maybe, or I don't know what he's talking about. To be honest,
he know what I was talking about. We're going to see. This video is going to prove, to establish the truth that JJ is a lie by demonstrating that everything that he is saying is a lie. It's not true. So why is the man of God bent on spreading a message that is not true to the people? He's supposed to be the man of truth, and he is bent on spreading a message that is not true. And the purpose of this video is to establish the truth that by demonstrating it. Establishing the fact that what he's saying is a lie by demonstrating that it's a lie. And how I'm going to demonstrate that it is a lie is by exposing him constantly in trying to impregnate the idea subliminally. It's called NPR. Okay, to supplant, to suggest that people should take my words out of context. And it's like a reverse psychology. You know what I'm saying? Act like you're afraid that they may do it so they won't do it. Or vice versa. You dig what I'm saying? However way that shit go. But it's an NPR type of a tactic that this brother's using. You know what I'm saying? And to basically mislead, people against me. Now listen to this. Listen to what he does. He's going to constantly fix in planting people's head throughout the whole dichotomy. And I'm not going to play it all. I'm just going to play this once, to show you how he's going to impregnate the idea in people's mind. To take my words out of context, like it's a good thing to do. Like Saneter's a big fish. He take words out of context. It's okay to take words out of context. When really and truthfully, he wants to be like Saneter. Okay, so if it's okay for Saneter to take words out of context, then he's going to beat him to it and do that on his show and to take my words out of context. And then doing that to a friend, you don't invite your friend closer to you. You push your friend away. Saneter didn't take me away from the Lion's Den. J.J.7000 pushed me away.
Are you saying it's not true? Because if you look up the definition of myth, it's a belief. It's a false belief of an idea. That is in definition number 2, and that is what the House of Consciousness is going to roll with.
Okay. Now this is okay. He said that is definition number 2. Now, definition number 1 is an old traditional story that has been passed down from generation to generation that deals with the origins of the world, the creation of man and woman, and how things pretty much came to be. That is the first and universal, most commonly understood and used definition of that word. Now, this brother, that was the first time right there. He's harping it into your head. Take number 2. That's what they're going to do on that show. Well, I'm going to show you that that is a lie and that has not happened. And it never happened. It used to happen before I came on his show. But when I came on his show, Saneter can't use that no more. Let's go.
So you just denounced basically your whole teachings because you go by Moses and the laws and all that. So now this gives a person a chance to say, okay, so what's a myth, Terry?
See, there you go right there. That's how he implanted right in your head. Bam! He talk about what the people going on Saneter's show. You know what I'm saying? And then he goes right there. That goes against your whole hookup. No, it does not. The very first definition explains my whole hookup. And it explains it clearly, succinctly. But he keeps wanting to harp on number 2 because that's what he believes. Okay, and he wants to impregnate the world with his belief. He believes that ignorantly, in this pure ignorance. Okay, he believes that the word myth means fake. The apostle believed the word myth means fake. Jonathan believes the word myth means fake. But he cannot charge me with his ignorance. If that's what you believe, that's what you believe. Okay, and you do believe that, and because I gave you the permission and told you to believe that and allow you to believe that, then you're going to go ahead and you're going to be the one who twists my words up like you're doing. That's you doing that, J.J.7000.
Are the laws a myth now? Because you say it's just orally passed down and that's just a myth? Kramer, you gotta find that video.
You see how he just switched that up? He said it's all fake now. Are you saying that it's early passed down and it's a myth? That is all one statement. He talked slick like a snake. You see what I'm saying? That's one statement. He tried to make it appear like it's 2. You know, nah. I done said over and over again that the word myth does not mean that the object is fake or a story is fake. And you believe that it does, and that's where the debate is at. Okay, but no one other than J.J.7000 amongst the conception of hearing what I said took my words out of context but him. And no one else said nothing about it, and he was the harbinger and went and riled up everybody and implanted that bull crap in these people's heads. You know what I'm saying? It misled them all against me. And I don't want nothing to do with none of those men until they become a man enough to apologize. And if they don't apologize openly for what they have done, the Most High is going to bring them all down.
I'll find. I don't want. I want it to come exactly out of his mouth.
You see how he said that? I wanted to come exactly out of his mouth. That's his way of trying to use my words against me. I wanted to come right out of his mouth so I could use it against him. Watch him.
Zion, you got anything to say?
Not Saneter, JJ.
Yeah, I think you know what I'm saying, what he was trying to say, because he had said something at the end. He said all cultures have their own stories, I believe, in that clip. Mm-hmm. And I'm not against that. Like, I would say that most cultures do have their own lore and folklore that is surrounded around historical figures that that they may themselves embellish or whatever like that. That if that's what he was saying, I'm not going to knock it. But once again,
now, if that's what he's saying, I'm not going to knock it. But once again, once again, is a cold word, or yes, meaning that actually I am going to knock it, because he's finna turn around and knock it, because they know that that's what I'm saying. So when he heard this is clear evidence that when he first heard this is what first came to his mind. He didn't have to go no if. You see, that's clearly what it meant. But JJ are making these people have doubts in what their own perception was. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's a good argument. So they're running with adversity. You know, in Hebrew, the word adversity is ha-shaitan. JJ is being Satan right now. JJ is the manifestation of Shaitan right now. If you Israelites want to know what Shaitanim means, all of these people that are speaking against me are Shaitanim. But this guy right here, that's two men that spoke for me here.
No bashing or nothing. We just want to understand where you're coming from, brother.
It is an Israelite myth. Israelites do have myths. The very word for proverb, mashili, also means myth. So Israelites do have myths. And just like every other nation had a myth. Was it the Moses story was a myth? Yes, it was. Because the thing about it is that the Hebrew writing, the Hebrew writing didn't start until around the time of Moses. Okay? So the very word myth means mythos, word of mouth, words that was passed down by the mouth. These stories were words that were passed down by mouth prior to being written. You might have Hebrews on your neck tomorrow, brother. But it's the truth. It is an Israelite myth. Israelites do have myths. The very word for proverb, mashili, also means myth. So Israelites do have myths. And just like every other nation had a myth. Was it the Moses story was a myth? Yes, it was. Because the thing about it is that the Hebrew writing didn't start.
See, he said this. You see what Saneter did? He said the stories of Moses is a myth, and Terry said yes. Now,
It wasn't nothing wrong. There wasn't nothing wrong with that. There was absolutely nothing wrong with that. What this guy's going to do is try to paint it out in some kind of way that I could possibly be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Or that it's okay to think dumb and to use my words against me. You know what I'm saying? And it's not. What intelligent man is going to say some words against himself? That's stupid. Okay? And he's reducing the people down to ignorance to go against me because he can't beat me intelligently. You understand what I'm saying? He really, really wants to be me. He really has been envious of me. He has been afraid of me. You know what I'm saying? He won't let me on his platform. He constantly invites me on the platform and make shows about me. It's all for ratings, people. But when I stop, when it's all over with, his rating's gonna fall because he ain't got no content. All drama and lies.
now, go ahead and finish playing it, and then I'm going to pull up the definition of myth.
Until around the time of Moses. Okay? So the very word myth means mythos, word of mouth, words that was passed down by the mouth. These stories were words that were passed down by mouth prior to being written. You might have Hebrews on your neck tomorrow, brother. But it's the truth. It is an Israelite myth. Israelites do have myths. The very word for proverb, mashili, also means myth. So Israelites do have myths. And just like every other nation had a myth. Was it the Moses story was a myth? Yes, it was. Because the thing about it is that the Hebrew writing didn't start until around the time of Moses. Okay?
Now he ain't paying attention to how Saneter shaking his head like, yeah, I agree. He's trying to make that as though Saneter is being adversarial when no one is thinking adversity but JJ.7000. And he's going to use that against me, his brother. This is why I no longer have nothing to do with the Lions Den. That's some real Real foul shit, JJ7000. And I'm telling you, that's foul, brother. What you did. That is very foul. It's very cutthroat. And I'm exposing you to the world, brother. The world need to see that you are far more cutthroat than Saneter would ever be, brother. Why should I be concerned? You see, this is why what the problem is. You constantly drilling in my ear, watch out for Saneter, watch out for Saneter. But I know from being in the streets that the guy who constantly do that, I know to watch out for you. So I'm constantly, when you say that, I'm constantly looking out for you. I'm constantly looking out for you, and that's the reason why it took me so long to respond. So when I respond, I'm going to come with that heat, man, and that truth.
So the very word myth means mythos, word of mouth, words that was passed down by the mouth. These stories were words that were passed down by mouth prior to being written. You might have Hebrews on your neck tomorrow, brother. But it's the truth. It is the Israelite myths.
All right. So y'all heard his explanation.
Now he's not even going to. Yeah, he said. Now you heard his explanation. Now, if he was genuine, he would come off. Now, what the brother is saying is, what he's supposed to do is, my brother, is follow my lead and say, people, do not mistake for 1 minute what the brother is saying. What the brother is saying is la 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 la. He should be using what I'm saying. He should be saying that what the brother is saying is that a myth is nothing more than an ancient, very old story, a traditional story, one that has been passed down from generation to generation, that deals with the origin of the world, the creation of man and woman, and how things came to be. That's what the brother is saying. But what he also should be telling the people is, don't mistake for 1 minute that this brother means that this story is fake or that this story didn't happen. He's not going to do that. What he's going to do is he's going to bypass and berate the first definition, and then he's going to drill the second definition into your head.
You know what how he feel that the Moses story is a myth. Okay, now Krima, I sent you a.
So he feels that the Moses story is fake? That ain't what I feel, brother. I feel that the Moses story is a myth, as in an ancient old story, a traditional story, a Hebrew traditional story. It's a Hebrew myth that has been passed down to the children of Israel orally for generation to generation to generation. Okay? Or whether it was written, it really doesn't matter. It's an ancient story. If they had it in an old videotape of it, brother, it doesn't matter. It's an old story. And that's all I ever meant. And for you to take it any other way, brother, is wrong, brother. And you need to admit that, brother. You need to admit it and keep going with it, brother. And this is the reason why you're switching the narrative, called a red herring distraction. Okay, you're distracting from the fact that you're wrong, brother. And now you want to try to redeem yourself and say, well, what about what he said about the angels? That shows that you have always had something against me to begin with. The sad part about it was that you were not man enough. You understand? You was never, ever man enough to ever say anything against me. And what I am going to do is go throughout the lion's den, and I'm going to sift out me saying in the lion's den the very, very things that I teach outside the lion's den, so you can't lie like I ain't been teaching it. Because you done already said that I've been teaching it. You done already said it, but you acting like I haven't. You understand? You acting like there's a problem with me taking my message on the road, brother. That's what the problem is, brother.
A definition, right? Can you pull that up? It's in black. Or you gonna have a hard time pulling that stuff up? Because I want to show him and I's conversation. And what he said. I don't want to. So, Corey, what you think? What you heard so far? I mean, what do you think? Maybe I'm taking it the wrong way.
You is. Watch this.
Yeah, well, he was trying to say that myth means out of mouth or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, he was pretty much saying that it came out of mouth. You know, it's just that we do come because he never said that it meant fake, but he was going into another earlier concept of the term myth, meaning that it just came out of mouth, that it was passed down or traditional.
Okay, so
See that, people? That's 3 people. Did nobody misconstrue what I said when I said it? Nobody. Okay? Nobody. JJ is basically telling them, look, y'all, I'm saying this nigga saying it's fake. Y'all jump on my bandwagon. This is my show. Okay? And in order to be seen, they have to comply to Daddy J.J.7000, Satanic Daddy J.J.7000, because he is being adversarial. Because he's being adversarial to the truth. That's 3 people. This showing you, people, that nobody, not even Saneter shaking his head, yes, I agree. Okay? And I'm going to have Saneter on here to defend himself, because he's going to talk that crap to Saneter and tell Saneter what he's going to do. And Saneter's going to say, you wrong, JJ, even Saneter. So the guy who he's trying to blame and point the finger at is like, no, brother. No. You basically, so ain't nobody doing this but JJ7000. Okay? And it's out of hatred. It's out of jealousy and envy.
how come he couldn't have said oral tradition? We have oral tradition.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
how come he couldn't?
Oh, there it is. And I didn't even mean to play that. There it is. Well, how come he couldn't say? Because I didn't have to. I didn't want to. And I didn't choose to. I have a reason to. I'm an intelligent man. My whole purpose was to, I couldn't wait. I had dreams of being, and they laugh at me when I say this. I had dreams of going on Saneter's show just so I can do what I did. Stop him from ever being able to use the word myth. And what you're doing is giving him the permission to do so. That's underhanded and it's dirty and it's snakish.
Well, it kind of bothered me that it went off the air. And I'm like, damn. I love him, brother, but if he gonna be.
It bothered him. It bothered him seeing me on TV. You see, he admitted it. It bothered him seeing me go off the air. It bothered me. Basically, he said, he telling y'all that it bothered him to see me on TV. It wasn't what I was doing. It was just me being on fucking TV. And he wasn't there. You understand what I'm saying? He looking like, damn, I'm supposed to be where this brother at. That's all it is. He has this obsession, this love-hate relationship with Saneter. You know what I'm saying? And it's sickening. You know what I'm saying? JJ, this is no other way but JJ trying to involve me in his fight with Saneter. You know what I'm saying? And because I refuse to do it, he's trying to spank and punish me. You know what I'm saying? He actually wants me to fight Saneter over Nepal. This is sickening, y'all. This is all underhanded, satanic, demonic, devilish bullcrap. Mind you, that he do believe in demons. Okay? He do believe in manifested. He believes like some spooky demonic possession. And I guess he's proven to me, he's demonstrating to me that demons exist through him. He's showing us that if demons ever existed, we can look at him to see demons manifesting through him. He lies about all he is doing is just critiquing me like we always does, and you've never critiqued me like this, brother. All right? And that's how I know you're lying, but you're lying. You're not critiquing me, you're bashing me, brother. And I'm going to do a video about that. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do a video about how you and all y'all fake people over there talk about we love you, brother, and then from that, and I'm gonna bash. Every time you say one of y'all niggas say I love you, I'm gonna go through a barrage of y'all bashing, and then I'm gonna show another nigga saying I love you, brother, we love you, brother, and then I'm gonna show y'all they starting with you and a whole bunch of other niggas bashing. Okay, you say one thing and you mean another. Oh boy, this nigga over here cueing the people into believing that what I'm saying is that the Bible is fake. That's what he's doing. This is sad, y'all. This is sad, and I'm ashamed of every one of y'all who is supporting this brother. Any brother that stand with this brother and what he is doing. As far as I'm concerned, I know you're doing it to me, and I'm saying that I am the mouthpiece of God. And any brother who is supporting this man and what he is doing to me, I no longer want anything to do with you because he's wrong. I could see if we was beefing and you chose not to have anything to do with it, but if you are supporting him while he's doing this evil, then your works are working against God and they're working against me. And I can't have anything to do with anybody that goes over there. Whether it's my boy Eric, mad scientist, whether it's my boy Mighty Hebrew, if any one of y'all is supporting this man against me, then I can't deal with y'all no more. Y'all should have the moral capacity to decide between right and wrong. And if you side with wrong and you're supporting wrong, then I can't have anything to do with y'all. I'm just saying, that's if now. I'm watching. Y'all be careful what y'all say on that man platform. I mean, if this man is going to be bashing the truth on his platform, then you need to leave that platform.
I'm saying in the right order.
And I'm saying that to my homies because y'all gonna get caught up in some of this friendly fire. You know what I'm saying? It's better to just stay the fuck out the way. You know what I'm saying? Because when I come through, I'm coming through. And if you get hit with some of these bullets, oh well. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all, that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? If you see me saying shit in the comments, if you on the platform where niggas making titles and shit against me, and you on there speaking in support of that motherfucking platform title, you understand, in any way, then I'm shooting darts at you. I'm shooting darts at you and everybody on that motherfucker. Don't do it, okay? If they coming up with some shit against me, don't be on that man's platform. Leave. Because if you don't, you're going to get some of this friendly... It's called friendly fire. I mean, what happened when you think that you hanging with a nigga that's beefing with a killer? He's saying he going to kill you, so when he slide through, he's sliding through. If you with him when he slide through, I'm sorry. I mean, hey, And that's figuratively speaking because I'm talking about intellectual bullets. I'm not killing nobody physically, but I am killing these Negroes intellectually and spiritually.
Is mythos, not oral tradition or oratory mythos. No matter whether true or false, all other places other than Egypt, word of mouth, meaning the original Greek, passed down. Okay, I'm with you on that so far.
second, couldn't get you.
I gotta wait till it come on TV so I can read it. All right. Now, all right. It says, okay. This means stories like Adam and Eve, Cain and Abel, even Abraham was all passed down. Okay. Okay, I'm with you on that so far because we have no evidence of his learning from other places other than Egypt, word of mouth, meaning the original Greek understanding of mythos. No matter whether true or false, all traditions passed down word of mouth is mythos. Not oral tradition or oral Torah that he's using mythos and the definition that they showed y'all of mythos is a false, what is that? A false belief and idea, right?
See that shit, y'all? See that shit? You see this shit?
Take mythos to mean fake or fairy tale or anything dumb like that, from me, is a grave mistake on their part. Even though we see in the definition what it means. This is what I'm trying to tell them.
See that? See how he keep pointing? Even though you see in the definition what it means. That's right. Yeah, I see in the definition. Right. Even though I see that the less commonly used definition you chose to harp at. Although you see in the definition what it means, and you chose to use my words out of context. That's what I see. And you see that too. And I'm letting the world see it. We can discuss it. And everything prior to that is myth. And anybody who got a problem with it, we can discuss it.
Right before you closed out, Reggie had the audacity to say everybody in the Bible is fake and wasn't real. A widely held but false belief or idea. A widely held but false belief or idea. That's what you told the people. It's a widely held but false idea.
That is a lie. I've never, ever, ever in my life told the people that. You see what I'm saying? Didn't I just tell y'all what he's doing? JJ is the one who's doing this. JJ, Donte Hayes, Montez Hayes. He is the one who was doing this. And this is why I don't want nothing else to do with that brother. I'm done with him forever. This is where he effed up at with me. Right there.
When you use the word myth, especially in front of a bunch of non-believing fanatics and atheists, are you saying definition number 2 don't count? That's part of the definition. A widely held but false belief of an idea. False. Which definition do you think they're going to run with?
It's what definition that you hoping that they run with. And if they don't, then you're going to make your audience run with it. That's what it is. Excuse me. It's not if they don't, when they don't. Because Saneter audience has never taken that position. And Cube is Saneter's audience, and he is a testimony against that. Your audience don't take that position. And you're basically going to make your audience take that position. That's what it is. JJ gets on the phone, he calls people, he rigged debates. You know, I'm just going to tell you, and I'm going to put it all on the line. JJ gets on the phone, he rigged debates. You know, he calls his judges and he tells them who to judge and how to judge, who to vote for. The very last time I talked to J.J.7000, he wanted me to judge the Tory debate with the white boy, and he told me that because the white boy dogged him on his platform so bad, he told me to rig the debate. He told me to false flag the debate. He told me to just disrespect the white man so bad, no matter what truth he's telling, you know, because he did that to his boy on his channel. This is what JJ7000 does. I want to let y'all know what type of fraud JJ7000 is. Don't you know it's several debates that have taken place, major key debates that have taken place in the Lion's Den that I have won. You know what I'm saying? You know how I won? Because I was the ghostwriter for those debates. There was a debate that he had with Tazariak that he really looked real good in. I'm the one who seasoned him up for that. You know what I'm saying? The debate with Tahuti, he was, I'm going to expose this Negro. The debate with Tahuti, all right, where the last debate he had on Saneter show with a man, JJ7000 was getting bodied by Tahuti. You can go back and watch that debate. You know, I was calling JJ7000. You know what I'm saying? I was texting him. You know what I'm saying? He look on the phone, he see it's me. You know what I'm saying? I tell him to fade his screen to black. Okay? He faded his screen to black. You know, I said, answer your phone. Okay? I calls him and I tells him what to say. Everything about the Alexandrian Council being a myth, okay? Everything about the Alexandrian Library being a myth, you know what I'm saying? I'm the one who gave him this idea, okay? All of the stuff about there was no Alexandrian Council at that time and that Tahuti was conflating history, I am the one who told him. I gave him some power pack information to unravel everything that this man has did. So, and you can go back and watch those videos. Every time that the screen faded to black, you will see that JJ came back charged with a different style of information, all that pseudo shit that he was using. You know, I told him to throw that away because the man is sitting up here tearing you up, man. You know what I'm saying? Use this, say this, say this. And JJ did that. You know what I'm saying? It is a known fact that several Hebrew Israelites that I coached them, you know, just like and critiqued them. You know what I'm saying? But that last debate with Tahuti Brown, I am the one who ghost wrote the very last segment where he came with the PowerPoints. He fell weak again in a question and answer where you can tell that everybody can tell that JJ7000 don't write his own debates. He's not a researcher. He's not an intelligent man. Yes, I'm exposing this man. Without me, the Lion's Den is going to change drastically. You're going to see a lot of fake information. You're going to see a lot of rigged debates. And you're going to see a lot of pseudo information coming across the scene. And the numbers are going to drop. There's going to be an influx of new people. You know what I'm saying? Because these new people don't know no better. He's going to use them. He's going to take advantage of them. You know what I'm saying? But the numbers are going to drop tremendously. You see, outside the cube, we say, JJ, you beating him up for no reason. He actually is saying that Moses is real. This is crazy. Everybody is watching and seeing what JJ is doing. And he's going to continue to adamantly do it anyway, in spite of what everybody else is telling him. You know what I'm saying? He's making a fool out of himself, people. JJ is melting down over there. And since he's being foul like that and want to get personal and put my personal business out there, JJ is walking around with the tether right now for beating up on a white woman that he was dating as a pro-black Hebrew Israelite, which that's hypocritical right there within itself. JJ is walking around with a fragment of his bone missing up under one of his eyes. I believe it's his right eye. You know what I'm saying? Because the white girl hit him in the face with a hammer. J.J.7000 has been exposed. And you can go over there to Ivory Seal's channel. He's been exposed. She doxed him. She pulled up his criminal record. You know what I'm saying? To see what type of man that we're really, really dealing with. You know what I'm saying? And the criminal record came up that J.J.7000 has a history of beating up on women. That the white woman that he beat up on is not the first one. J.J.7000 is a thief. I think he got got caught stealing from J.C. Penney's or a Walmart or something like that. You know what I'm saying? J.J.7000. I'm just going to tell you about this man. You know what I've learned about this man and why I no longer want anything to do with him. You know what I'm saying? This is about the fifth occasion where JJ has got caught fighting with women, domestic violence charges, and right now he's up. Now in the state that he's at, they don't play that. He got caught beating up on the white girl, and it is a federal charge. The judge, not the judge, his lawyers has told him to stay. It would be wise for him to stay off of social media. This is the very reason why he said he's taking a break from social media. JJ is caught up in courts right now for domestic violence charges, and they are felonious. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I meant. I didn't mean to say federal if I did. They're felonious. They're felonies, which can send him to prison because he is a habitual. He is not going to escape this. This is very serious. J.J.7000, I'm going to show you how much of a foolish man he is. He would rather get on social media, lie, slander, and try to take me down while he's on his way to the penitentiary. J.J.7000 is on his way to the penitentiary because he does not understand that his lawyer told him that it would be best for him to stay off social media, and Karima told him not to pay attention to her. That because his case ain't got nothing to do with what he's doing on social media. You understand what I'm saying? So Karima is actually fueling JJ to go against his lawyer's decision. So I'm letting y'all know what's going on. I'm going to make this episode a real big episode, and I'm going to just stop it. This is going to be my last video about it, and then I'm going to let the Lord's wrath go ahead and take in, because the Bible says that a liar goes unpunished. Don't go unpunished. You understand what I'm saying? So a liar don't go unpunished. A liar gets beat. A liar gets punished. And JJ is being punished right now as we speak, people. I am telling you, no lie, no lie. JJ.7000, it's a good chance that JJ.7000 is on his way to jail. He's having conflictions with his public defender. You know what I'm saying? I told him to put some money up and go get him a lawyer. He won't do it. You know, he'd rather listen to Karima, who told him that his lawyer doesn't know what she's talking about, and that he doesn't have to pay any attention to her. So this is the reason. So it is Karima that is fueling him against Saneter. You see, on this very episode of the show that I'm taking clips from, Saneter and JJ made peace, and Karima got mad about it. So Saneter said, "Well, we can finish." Saneter seen that he could tell Karima because she was talking nasty, acting nasty. All the men was getting together trying to break peace. Karima didn't want no peace. You understand what I'm saying? So when Saneter said that we can continue this over there on my platform, you know what I'm saying? Karima got mad, and she basically was getting nasty with Napa, and ran Napa off the show. It was because of me that the power of God brought all these men together on this platform to really squash a real big beef. And Karima, the witch from hell, you know what I'm saying, who believe in the idol Jesus Christ, you know what I'm saying, that can never even be proven to have ever existed, really, you know what I'm saying, and it's pretty much Christian and non-Hebrew. They want to lie to y'all that they Hebrews, you know what I'm saying. They very Christian, you know what I'm saying, and they come to really, really stop the Hebrew Israelite movement. I'd rather run with Saneter. I don't care what they say and what nobody has to say, because the truth of the matter is that Saneter has converted more people to the Hebrew Israelite faith by allowing guys like me to come on his show, you know what I'm saying, than the Lion's Den could ever even imagine or even match up with. Yeah, but back to Cube. You know, Cube say, JJ, you beating him up for no reason. He actually is saying that Moses was real. This is when Cube was telling him that, he was saying, JJ, you missed his point. He is saying that Moses is real. That's like the fourth person that told him this, okay? But he steady wants to, this is called picking a fight. JJ steady wants to pick a fight, so I'm giving him what he asked for.
It says, by day the Lord went ahead of them in a pillar of cloud to guide them in their way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light.
Look at the comments.
Is that a man? So that they could travel by day and night, neither the pillar of cloud by day, nor the pillar of fire by night, left its place in front of the people.
He's the first person to
not beating up on him for no reason.
Everybody sees what he's doing.
What are you talking about? Not even beating up on him. The brother said the angels are men. He said that the stories of Moses is a myth. So I'm just trying to figure out, how did he feel an angel is a man when the Bible says something different? So the Torah and the Bible later record God saying, see, I am sending the angel ahead of you to guard you along the way. Can you get the people down so I can finish reading that, Kareem? I am sending an angel ahead of you. So are you saying they're sending a man ahead of them?
Yeah, what
to guard you along the way and bring you to a place I prepared to pay.
Yeah, it only makes sense. It don't make sense for nothing else to lead the man on the earth. When God gave man dominion over the earth, it don't make no sense.
Attention to him and listen to what this says. Do not rebel against this angel or him. He will not forgive your rebellion, since my name is in him. If you listen carefully to what he says.
Hey, peace to you, JJ. Peace. Go ahead, brother. I'm going to mute up.
Okay.
He's going to get in his ass.
I will be an enemy to you and your enemies.
He keeps saying,
right?
Atheists.
So my angel will go ahead.
Now, what's about to happen here, JJ keep lying on the atheists, keep saying what the atheist is going to do. And the atheists are walking a straight path. He's accusing the atheists of doing something that they're not doing. The atheist is taking what I said the way I said it, and he keeps saying that the atheist is going to take it as it's fake. And they're proving to the atheist is proving to the world that we're not doing this. So who's doing this? It's J.J.7000.
Ahead of you and bring you into the land of the Amorites, Hittites, Perizzites, Canaanites, Hittites, and will wipe them out. Are you telling me one man can do this and have that power? Amen. One man.
Hey JJ, can I ask you a question, bro?
Brother, let me finish to the next one, please.
Okay, I apologize, bro.
Go ahead. Let me hear what you got.
All right, so this is what I'm saying, like, because I was the one in the chat that was saying, like, that you going in on him for no reason, because this brother, he's not saying what you think he's saying, and it's so pertinent because I actually was listening to that stream that Saneter did last night, and I heard that particular part. And this brother is not saying that Moses is a myth. How you may have how he may have said it to where how you have gathered it to the way that you think it was actually articulated. It wasn't that way, bro. Listen, what I want you to understand, what this brother said was he twisted the definition of the meaning of the word myth. And yes, he did, bro. Like, bro, if you just give me like 30 seconds, I promise you, I'm gonna get you right on track to what he was talking about, so y'all can just be cool again. Because I'm telling you, bro, you taking it the wrong way. When he said that Moses was a myth, because I think he told Saneter, he was like, yeah, Moses is a myth, but he changed the meaning of the word myth. He said myth is something that comes out of people's mouths. And then he went on to say that this is something that has been talked about before it was actually written down. So what he's saying is this is something that's true, because then Saneter asked something else, and he said, yeah, then Moses did this and Moses did that. So what he's saying is, yeah, Moses did exist, but it is a myth. Not saying, because the way how we colloquially may look at a myth is something that isn't true. What he's talking about a myth is something that people talked about that actually happened. So we look at a myth as something that is not true. What he changed, but what he changed it to is something that actually happened that people talked about. This is what this brother said, bro. Listen. I'm gonna come back on my computer if I can, and I'm gonna share the screen, and I'm gonna play what he actually said. And then
we play it.
Okay, well, play it back real quick, and then I'm gonna break it down for you. Just go back real quick if you can.
Yeah, he was saying out of mouth, meant to mean out of mouth, like it was passed down oral tradition out of mouth.
Thank you. So hold on. So watch this. So I'm glad you said that, brother. So if something is passed down out of mouth, doesn't that mean that that's something that was true that either your grandfather or great grandfather experienced, to where they said it, to where it was passed down to you? This is what he was saying. He wasn't saying it was a myth as into something that didn't never happen. Because if you listen to what he was saying, he was like, yeah, Moses did do this. He said this shit, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Now, right before he came on there, Reggie said nobody in the Bible
I'm not responsible for that.
That's the narrative led up to. Nobody is real.
Right.
Then he comes up next to close out and said that it's a myth. And the people on that panel, they said all the time on that panel, it's a myth.
But see, the crazy part about it was that I'm not responsible for what other people say. He's lying and saying that I am not defending the faith. I defended the faith very well and very tactfully. Okay? And JJ don't like it. You understand? So JJ don't like it, and JJ is hating on me. You know what I'm saying? JJ is being adversarial. You know what I'm saying? And he's lying. You know what I'm saying? He's being deceitful, and he's doing every nasty, wicked, ungodly trick in the book, you know, to try to turn people against me.
We don't believe.
No, he didn't, bro. He didn't say that, bro. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. You know me, bro. I'm an atheist, and I do not believe in the Black Hebrew Israelite doctrine. But I can't sit back and see you being wrong about it, bro, because that's your brother. Y'all believe in the same thing.
This is nothing personal, man. This is just some of his beliefs.
Listen, bro, I'm not coming from a personal point of view. I'm telling you that this brother, when he used the word myth, he wasn't saying something. He wasn't using myth as that this is something that was fake. He didn't use it that way, because I heard it, and I heard it like probably about 2 hours ago. Because I listened to the show back. I was just in the bed, just chilling. It's my day off. So now that I hear you saying it, I'm like, damn, JJ really messed with it. Please, if you can, please just play his joint. Please, like, if you can, just go back and just please play it, and I'm going to break it down, and you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. Because one thing about me, bro, like, I understand you brothers is Black Hebrew Israelites, and y'all supposed to be cool.
Can you stop saying BHI? That is a form from the Southern Poverty League.
So what do you want me to call you? So,
come on, bro, as terrorists.
So what do you want me to call you then?
Call us Israelites, bro.
Okay, Israelites. So what I don't want to see is an Israelite not understanding what another Israelite is saying when I clearly understood it. Just please, just play it, bro. Just play it. Just please, just play it, bro.
We're gonna play, but I want to go to my next thing because there's a lot that he said about that, and we're talking about his belief that there is no angels. Angels are only men.
Well, hold on, but can we just rectify this real quick, bro? Like, just real quick before you move on to the second thing. Because I'm going to tell you, bro, this is something that's going to bring y'all back closer together. Because I guarantee you, bro, this brother Yasha is going to appreciate you for understanding. He may not appreciate me because I'm an atheist, and I don't give a damn. But he's going to appreciate you more for understanding if you just play it real quick, bro. Just please, just real.
Actually, brother, I don't appreciate JJ, and I appreciate you highly, Cube, outside the Cube, because I'm an intellectual man, and I see what you're doing, brother, and you're morally right, brother, for doing what you're doing, brother. You know what I'm saying? And the Israelite is morally wrong, you know, and I'm man enough to say that. You know, I am man enough to say that an atheist is more right. And this is going to make them mad. This is proof that an atheist is more right in the eyesight of the world. And God looks at the world. If there's a God, all right? If there's a God, he's looking at the world, okay? And he's looking at an atheist telling the truth and being in the realm of righteousness when the Israelite is in the realm of wickedness and wrongness. This is why I can't have nothing to do with J.J.7000.
Quick, take 10 seconds, load it up, play it real quick, bro, so I can show you what he was actually saying, because I caught it. Just real quick.
Hey, and JJ, check this out. He did give the meaning of what he said by mythos, so it's up to the people over there to actually twist his words. He gave the meaning when he said out of mouth, and he didn't say nothing about it being fake, but you know, those.
Thank you. Thank you.
Over there, they'll say some shit like, oh,
All right, okay, go ahead and play it again, Kareem. Can you go scroll back up? Play it again, and we're gonna see the reaction. Frank. Go ahead. Watch the reaction of Frankie. Go ahead.
And I'm gonna tell her to pause it. I'm gonna tell her to pause it intermittently, and I don't mean like no disrespect, but you know.
Like I say, I invite the brother to come on here and explain what he meant, because, like I say, the average person who watches that show and the narrative over there is when they say myth on that panel. What do you think they mean outside the queue? What?
I didn't go back on that panel because the last time I went on that channel, I had to curse JJ out, and I knew that our friendship was on the rocks at that point because I knew what he was doing. Every time I went on Saneter's show, JJ went and made it. Really, he showed the world that he had a problem with it. You know, just by my face being on there when I didn't say anything. This is when he started attacking the Black Jesus Minister, and then he started attacking the apostle. You know what I'm saying? He went over on Uncle Suge's show, you know what I'm saying, and started talking about him, Black Jesus Minister, and all kind of crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's because I was silent. I didn't say much. You know what I'm saying? And this is why he say you over there grinning and ain't saying nothing. Because I'm over there, I'm playing chess, man. I'm giving you not a reason to say nothing to watch your hate. So he started attacking those guys, and I said something about it. And he said that I was defending Frankie when I was actually defending Black Jesus Minister. And I cussed him out. You know what I'm saying? So this is the reason why I didn't go back on that show, because I know if he tried to play me again, I was going to embarrass him on the show. I was going to cuss him right on out, and I was going to end the friendship. This is like the 5th time that me and this brother that ended friendships, and this guy's not worthy of my friendship.
Bro, they mean fake. They mean fake, but he did not do that, bro.
Okay, there you go. So he's appealing to that audience when he
he's not.
He could have said, listen, bro, he could have said oral tradition.
He said that, bro. Bro, I'm telling you, bro, listen, JJ, come on, man. You my man, 100 grand, and I'm telling you, and I don't even know this dude from a can of paint. I'm telling you, what he said is not what you're saying, bro. I have no dog in the fight to the point.
Okay, listen. When they say myth let me just say it one more time. When they say myth on Saneter TV's platform, what are they saying?
No, see, hold on. First, you have to understand.
I'm gonna let you speak. What are they saying when they say myth?
Okay, you gonna let me speak, right?
Yeah, so you answer that. What are they saying when they say myth on Saneter TV?
Most of the time, they mean fake.
99.9% they mean fake, right?
I agree.
All right, go ahead, pull it up.
Okay, so now let me speak.
Listen, Q. All I asked him, I said, bro, be wise of how you.
See what he don't want Q to speak because he know Q can defend itself. And I ain't even gonna say nothing. I'm gonna let Q defend itself. But I just want to point that out to show y'all what he's trying to do.
You said you was gonna let me speak after that.
Go ahead, bro.
Okay, so 99.9% of the time they mean fake, but this brother wasn't saying that, and I'm finna show you. Once you play this video, I'm gonna pause and play this video, bro. He's not saying what you think he's saying, bro. He's not. And if you allow me to narrate this, I'm gonna tell you, bro. I'm an atheist, but I listen to all of these little things, the subtle shit. I listen to it, bro. And this brother was not saying what you think he's saying. Go ahead.
Now this is crazy. The Lord, Yahweh Elohim, is sending angels, messengers, Hamalakim, that he labeled as atheists to come to Yasha's defense in the name of Yahweh, in the name of truth, and the atheists love beating him up. And they're on the right side of the fence. The Most High have sent JJ Shaitan has risen up in JJ, and the Most High have sent Hamalakim. He sent the messengers. I do believe in angels. I believe in real men angels, okay? And the Most High have sent these men over to this show to tell him that he is wrong. Atheists and Hebrews.
Sister Karima, if you will, and play it if you can, please.
I got you, and y'all gotta make sure y'all read his statement on top of that again, so you can get a better understanding.
Very small and difficult to read.
No, JJ got it. He can read it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can get on my computer and play it because I literally just heard this like 2 hours ago. Because I missed the show last night and I listened to the show and I'm just like, because at first I'm like, oh, okay. But then once I listened to it, I'm like, hold on, he's not saying it. But I'm sorry, I'm going to be quiet, but go ahead, sis. Play that.
Okay, it's up there. Hold on.
It is the Israelite myths. Israelites do have myths. The very word for proverb, mashili, also means myths. So Israelites do have myths. And just like every other nation had a myth. Whether the Moses...
No, keep playing.
Okay, what is he talking about? It is a myth because he said it's a myth. And
He's about to tell you if you let him finish. He's about to tell you. Let him finish.
No, he's not about to tell me. He's going to give me an example, but I was saying the first part was answering.
Hold on, say that again. I heard some background noise. Say that again.
No, he want her to say that again because that shit was so goddamn stupid when she said. She's like, no, he's not going to say it again. He's not going to say it again. No, because you're not going to push the fucking play. Because your explanation was just dumb as fuck.
Okay, the first part, you gotta mute your mic a little bit. Okay, the very first part, he answered a question. He said, yes, it is a myth. What did he ask him? And then he started explaining. I'm gonna play it again.
You just cut yourself, you dumb witch. You stupid.
it is an Israelite myth. Israelites do have myths. The very word for proverb, mashili, also means myth. So Israelites do have myths. And just like every other nation had a myth.
You said the Moses story was a myth?
Yes, it was. Because the thing about...
Okay, now listen, pause. He just said that the Moses story is a myth. Now watch this. Continue playing, please. I'm about to show y'all something. Continue playing, please.
Okay, he said just like. So he was talking about something else, but he was giving the Moses story as an example. Okay.
About it is that the Hebrew writing... Look, the Hebrew writing didn't start until around the time of Moses. Okay, so the very word myth means...
Hold on, pause. Come on, pause. What is he saying? He said the Hebrew Israelite writing didn't start until Moses. So he's making it clear that this person Moses did exist. Because if Moses didn't exist, then you wouldn't have the writing that you guys claim that you have. He's making it clear that Moses was a real person. That's number one. Hold on. But now continue. Back it up about 10 seconds and continue playing, sister. Hey, y'all stop, man. My bad.
Okay, so the very word myth means mythos, word of mouth, words that was passed down by the mouth.
Pause. Hey, listen. I'm going to be pausing quite a few times, but what he just said was, like I said, he changed what myth and mythos is. He said the word mythos is word of mouth. So what is he saying? He's saying that Moses and everybody that lived during that time came from word of mouth. So it can only come a word of mouth if it's true. You don't get fake shit of word of mouth. This is something that's true. Let's continue. Go ahead, sister.
By mouth prior to being...
You might have Hebrews on your neck tomorrow, brother.
But it's the truth. It is the Israelite myths. Israelites do have myths. The very word for proverb, mashili, also means myth. So Israelites do have myths. And just like every other nation had a myth.
You said the Moses story was a myth?
Yes, it was, because the thing about it is that the Hebrew writing didn't start until around the time of Moses. Okay?
Pause.
I want to say this real quick. It seemed like he appealing to him, not trying to say, I don't know. It seemed like he agreeing with China. It's not.
But listen.
Hey, it's just best we just wait for him to get on here, if he get on here, to see what he actually means. So no assumptions are made.
No, we don't have to do that, bro. I'm showing you what the brother meant, what he was trying to say.
No, you can't. You really can't do that. I understand that where you gotta understand that. But at this point, no, he was explaining. He's appealing to Saneter right now. So
I don't think he's saying that Moses is a myth. Just like Outside the Cube said, he was acknowledging the fact that...
No, I don't think so. I don't think so either.
Well, shoot, when he said he wrote it and stuff, and when it talk about the oral tradition and talk about Moses written it during that time...
Well, let me ask this question. How can he be calling Moses a myth and something that don't exist, but he's constantly saying that Moses exists because Moses gave us this, Moses gave us that? He's not saying Moses is like some made up shit. Hey, listen. Stop, okay? What he's not doing, he's not trying to shit on the Israelite idea. He's not doing that, bro. He's totally not doing that. He's saying all of this stuff is true, but when it comes to this is where he made diverge here and there. So it's
Yeah, but some of the things, Q, he don't agree with. He don't agree with a lot of things that, a lot of Israelites agree with. So he have to come with his own explain his own self, because there's a lot of things that he don't agree with that people.
Well, whose problem is that? Is that yours or is that his?
No, that's the reason why. That's the reason why he needs to come and answer himself and not somebody else answering it for him.
He don't.
Yeah, but I'm not answering for this, brother. Listen.
I understand. No, I understand. I understand you giving your opinion about what you got of it. I understand. And I've seen it that way too, but some of the things is questionable. Just like you said,
No,
some of the things.
You want to beat me. You want to punish me because I'm on Saneter. That's all it is. And JJ is not. That I am gaining the crowd, and I am teaching, and I'm educating. And actually, the problem is that they hating is I am the first Israelite in history to have gone this long on the Saneter show and have not been clowned or disrespected, not once. Actually, I have been very well accepted from day one up until now. I have done about 10, 20 shows with Saneter, and I have been accepted with open arms from day one by his audience. His audience actually respects me highly. You know what I'm saying? And that's what JJ don't like.
That he said is like he going back a little bit, So I just want to know.
Where's the show from last night? We're gonna go to his clothing.
Yeah, because look at the title of the show. It's the Bible comes from African spirituality. I'm just saying. So what is the rest? What is the whole purpose of the beginning of why he said this in the first place?
Okay, so let's go to his closing. Can you pull up the show? Go to the end where he closes out and see why he started talking about Moses. All I'm saying is, bro,
stupid.
We know goddamn good and well on the House of Consciousness, they always say this shit is made up. It's a goddamn myth. This shit ain't real. That is the appeal that they have on this channel every fucking time they talk about it. So we're not gonna sit here and act like that ain't what they say.
And I'm coming
so for an Israelite to get on there and say the same thing, it's a myth. He's appealing to that audience.
No, I'm not.
What I don't like though is he said that all the shit a lot of the shit from the Bible was copied from Egypt. Now I don't like that. I challenge him on that.
Who said that?
Terry.
I don't know if he said that or not.
I didn't say that.
Can you pull up?
I didn't say that. That's crazy.
Find the video and go to the end where he admitted
it when Saneter asked him.
Well, see, I didn't hear that. I didn't see the whole. All I did was I caught the ending, and I was.
Well, no, what I said was that I agreed with John Henry Clark. That was it. And John Henry Clark said that. Now you go debate and you take that up with John Henry Clark. I got the right to agree with who or what I want to agree with. And I had a right to disagree with what I want to disagree with. That's no argument or no goddamn debate.
I was like, okay, what did he mean by myth on this platform? And God mind, you can jump on here if you want, bro. I see you in the comments. He left it wide open for people to think, oh, okay, yeah, so we over here, we say it's a myth, it's fake. Oral tradition. We say it's a myth, it's fake, it's not real. That's what they say. And can nobody get up here and say that you think? Get on here and tell me that ain't what they don't say on side of the TV. So we're gonna go to the end of this closing. As a matter of fact, Kareem, you finding it right now, right?
Yep.
All right. Nobody banging on this brother. We sent him the link. Hey, he been over here for years. Ain't nobody banging on him. I ain't got no hard feelings. But I know when you say shit like that on that show, what do you think they're going to say? Who is this? Oh, wow. Are you serious? Is that Apostle?
Yes, he is.
So you going to come over here after you? Bro.
I ain't do nothing to you, Zay. You did all the talking, bro. I didn't do nothing to you.
Really?
Really?
So when I try to get control of the panel, you call me a bitch?
No, I didn't call you a bitch. What I said, you're acting like a bitch. And you were.
Okay. So